What is good, Guardians? Welcome to another Destiny 2 video from Ultimate Casual Gaming, the home for the casual gamer. I'm just flexing. I've been out of town for work, but I am back and in time for some Iron Banner this week. I was truly excited to get back here to play some Iron Banner because Destiny 1 Iron Banner was one of my favorite events. I could argue that this was the event that got me interested in Destiny's PvP multiplayer mode in the first place, as I hadn't really played Destiny PvP at all when I started playing the game. So with that as the backdrop, in this video I'm going to give you my early impressions of this first Iron Banner of Destiny 2. What are the positives and the negatives? Is it as good as I remember? What, if anything, needs to be improved? And how about the weapons and gear? We're going to get into all of that. Also, on a separate note, I've included some information at the end of this video on a small giveaway we're doing as a token of our appreciation to all who have joined us on this journey to start and build this channel. You guys have been absolutely amazing, and we're really excited about our progress to date, so stay tuned for those details. As always, if you find the information in this video useful, please don't forget to rate the video. It's greatly appreciated and it does help us out. Let's go ahead and get into this video. Now, before I jump into the positives and negatives of this first Iron Banner, let me give a quick overview of what the Iron Banner is for our new Guardians. Essentially, the Iron Banner is a tournament for Guardians to prove themselves, and from a basic gameplay perspective, it's a player versus player or multiplayer event that rewards Guardians with special Iron Banner weapons and gear. The more you play and win, the better rewards you receive over time. Each class has a different armor set, and typically the Iron Banner weapons were some of the best in the game, especially when it came to PvP. If you want to know more about the lore associated with Iron Banner, you should definitely check out this YouTuber named My Name is Bife. I'm going to include a link to his Iron Banner lore video in the description, because this dude is definitely one of Destiny's lore masters, and you should definitely check out his content if you're into lore. Additionally, if you haven't played the original Destiny game, you might want to check it out, particularly if this sparks any interest of yours in the Iron Banner, particularly the Rise of Iron expansion. That expansion helped us learn about the Iron Lords of Destiny and a bit more about Lord Saladin, who is going to be the NPC that you'll see here in Destiny 2. Now, let's jump into first the positives. From the initial looks of things, it would appear that much of what I loved about Iron Banner still remains. First, the gear sets were always some of the best in the game, and this gear definitely lives up to that standard. The sets are not reskins, they have an original sort of samurai look to them. The default color scheme of green and gold is cool, although I'm not a huge fan of green anything. It does make them look like they should be wearing camouflage in the army or something, but I digress. I definitely preferred Destiny 1's shaders or color scheme of a little more gold and white and less green, but that said, it is distinctive, and for those that like the color green, they'll really like these shaders as well. Besides, you can apply any shader you want in Destiny 2 to these sets, so the colors really aren't that important. From a weapon standpoint, it appears they've made most of the Iron Banner armory available in this first edition. I mean, they have an auto rifle, a pulse, a hand cannon, a sidearm, an SMG, and a fusion, I believe. Those are all the ones I've seen. I don't think we've seen a rocket launcher or a scout, a sniper, or a sword to this point. But it is great that they've made so many weapons available with this first edition. Another positive is the fact that level advantages are disabled this time around. That means everybody can participate in the event regardless of level. I'm sure some of the folks who wish it was like Destiny 1's Iron Banner, where people were either excluded or at a disadvantage if they didn't come in at a high enough light level. To be honest, I was never a fan of that, as it created this sort of artificial barrier that wasn't based on skill, but on time spent playing the game. Now, some want to argue that the old method ensured the best were playing the best, but let's be real, that's just garbage. All it did was ensure that someone who bought the game first and played it a lot was at an advantage over someone who didn't buy the game until later. There was no skill in that. Regardless, I think for casual players, this is a welcome approach, and we'll see how long it lasts. I don't know if they'll continue to always disable the level advantage. Finally, on the positive side, I'd say that the reward and progression system is a bit better compared to the old Iron Banner system in this way. In previous Iron Banners, if you didn't win, you received almost nothing towards progression. Now, they did eventually revise this in later versions and updates of the game, so that you got a token that was able to be cashed in once you won. However, the nuance here was that you could only really hold 5 of these at a time. So say you lost 10 games in a row, 5 of those games meant you were getting nothing. So you would sort of build up your frustration over time. You had to get a win in order to cash your 5 tokens in. And once you got past 5, the pressure started to mount because you knew basically your time was being completely wasted. That system was honestly designed to ensure that more people stayed to the end of the matches, which was really a problem in early Iron Banner once people realized they weren't going to get anything if they stayed in there and their team was bad. This new system is improved in that it does reward you with tokens, albeit fewer than if you win, at the end of every match. And that means you're always receiving some sort of progression. There are also daily challenges to complete to earn more tokens. And these are essentially your old daily bounties and don't require you to win to earn them. Now let's jump into the negatives. Weapons. You have to begin this side of the discussion with the weapons and the fact that these are really just reskins of existing weapons that are currently in the game. Now, many of us are really disappointed in this, as Destiny fans have come to expect more uniqueness to the Iron Banner weapons. I know this isn't a continuation of the old game, and I'm the first to say that, but reskins just add fuel to the argument that Bungie has taken a lazy approach to this first month out of the box, and has taken several steps back with this release based on where Destiny 1 left off before this game was launched. It's just adding fuel to that, Bungie. Now, from an RNG drop perspective, look, I normally don't complain about drops, but I do think that Bungie made an error with this new loot table and reward system. The previous system of just, and frankly it comes down to communication, because the previous system of just telling us what was up for grabs from the leveling up that you would do in the Iron Banner, and then having a specific loot table behind the scenes that would feed the drops at the end of matches, I thought was a really effective and rewarding system. Players loved that system once it was updated, and it kept everyone excited for more Iron Banner. This reward system just feels empty, and often players are upset at getting so many duplicates. But most of this is based on the notion that they believe that they're able to get complete armor sets based on how Bungie has rolled this out. This was never the case in the past. You always knew that gauntlets and, say, chest pieces were available in this Iron Banner, for example, and you could get them when you ranked up. And you just hope for the best with some of the other pieces. You hope that those things would drop, but you didn't expect them to drop. And if you didn't get them, you just waited until the next Iron Banner because you knew that they were going to rotate which armor pieces were going to be available. So you always kind of knew you would eventually get that set. They just didn't communicate that here, and the expectation that everyone has is, oh, I'm gonna grind and get the entire set of armor pieces for my character on each of my characters, and that's fueling some of the frustration. And another huge negative is the experience for solo players. And look, while I'm in a small clan and I enjoy playing PvP with my clans, sometimes you simply just like to play PvP alone. However, I know that I'm likely in for a bad experience when I do that now, because it's very, very difficult to win in Destiny 2 when you're solo queuing. Not just in Iron Banner, but in PvP in general, but it seems to be really, really bad with this Iron Banner. And frankly, this isn't anything new. In Destiny 1, they eventually had to add a playlist for solo players, and because the same complaints were made then. This made everything a lot better for everyone, and the event was much, much, much more rewarding and enjoyable for people. Why they left out a solo queuing playlist is beyond me. I think they really need to think about adding that to the next Iron Banner. So those are my initial impressions so far of this first Iron Banner. I am still getting my hands on weapons. I've gotten so far the Pulse, the Auto, the SMG, and the Fusion. So far the SMG and the Pulse Rifle appear to be solid weapons, but I may do a video at the conclusion of the event highlighting some of the Iron Banner weapons that I do like and that I thought were solid options. Of course, I want to know what you think of Iron Banner so far. Are you enjoying it? Which weapons do you like best? Are you getting the armor? Did you have that expectation that you would get the armor sets? As always, I hope you found the content helpful, and I appreciate you watching. Don't forget to rate the video, as it does help our channel grow. Of course, if you want more content on Destiny 2, remember to hit that subscribe button and click on the bell next to it to get notifications when we post new videos. Now, I did mention that we were going to put some information at the close of the video on a small little giveaway that we're giving as an appreciation to all of our fans for, or subscribers for, reaching 50 subscribers. Now, I know that seems small, but for us, it feels really, really great, and we're just happy that you're joining us for this ride. What we're giving away is really just a small token. We've got 3 Destiny-themed koozies. Koozies for your beer or your can, whatever you choose to drink. But they're really cool. A couple of them have the Red Legion emblem on them. Another one of them has the Vanguard symbols of each of the classes on them. I think you guys are familiar with that. We'll have them showing on the screen here. So there will be a link in the description for how to enter the giveaway. It'll just be up for about a week, and then we'll go ahead and reach out to the winners. So again, thank you guys so much for your support. We really are enjoying just launching this channel and working to have it grow, and hopefully you guys will stick along for the ride with us. So with that, that's all for now. As I said, thanks to all of you gamers out there, casual and hardcore. Let's go and get our game on.